Yeah, Jessica back there is excited to be here, aren't you? We are so glad that you are joining us for the 2023 Developmental Disabilities Hall of Fame and Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards. I'm Nancy Wilson from K99.1 FM, and so very proud to be joining you all again today. Later on, you will hear from Ken Ritchey. I just spoke with him a little while ago, whose daughter, of course, is the namesake for the Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards. Today, we're going to celebrate excellence in the DD community and celebrate these champions for change. People with developmental disabilities who live in the Miami Valley and those who serve them contribute to society. And these awards are our way of recognizing their efforts. This is the 35th year for the DD Hall of Fame Awards and the 34th year, yes, for the Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards. Very something to be excited about. You know, they've become an institution here in the area, and we all look forward to highlighting the people we recognize and their outstanding stories year after year. The DD Hall of Fame is where we pay tribute to people with disabilities who've made exceptional, sustained contributions to advocacy, the arts, athletics, community service, employment, or who have, through sustained personal accomplishments, shown a light that is so bright that they show others how to dream bigger, work harder, and achieve more. The Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards recognize people whose personal and professional efforts have contributed significantly to improving the quality of life for people with developmental disabilities. They also recognize people with DD who have made significant strides or accomplishments toward a goal. Categories of these awards can be found in your program, so make sure to check those out. Both sets of awards are sponsored by the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disability Services and are partially supported by the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, which distributes grants to area nonprofit organizations that serve individuals with developmental disabilities. We are so beyond thrilled to see you all here today, and thank you so much. Some details, if we may. Silence your phones during the awards. You can take pictures all that you want to, not of me, but of everybody else. But make sure you silent those awards. And this year, we are so proud to provide a mobile, height-adjustable, universal changing table to ensure that people with mobility challenges can easily use the restrooms. The table is owned by DDS and is located in the office wing of the Mandalay. Follow the signs with the arrows to find it. Now, these tables are all part of the DDS's overall effort to make public restrooms more accessible countywide. If you'd like to borrow one for an event you are hosting, we can loan you one free of charge on a first-come, first-served basis. Just email us at changingtable@mcbdds.org or call the DDS office. Now, we'd like to meet some very important people, those who helped make this award possible. Dr. Pamela Combs, Superintendent of the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities. There she is, right there. Kumar Gage, Assistant Superintendent. There he is. Members of the DDS Board, including Dr. Stephen Fortson, Richard Schultz, Dr. Susan Komorowski, and Janet Pazant. Big applause for them. Our Montgomery County Commissioners, Deborah Lieberman, Judy Dodge, and Carolyn Rice. There's the judge right there. And the other ladies will be here shortly. Montgomery County Administrator Michael Colbert. Is he here yet? Yes. Assistant County Administrator Geraldine Peggies. Greg Darling, the Executive Director of the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, and of course, Ken and Nancy Ritchey, the parents of Erin Ritchey. I saw them. There they are. Ken is the former superintendent of the Montgomery County Board of DD and the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities. And Nancy, of course, is a longtime advocate for people with DD. So welcome, everybody. And again, thank you so much for taking your time on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Now, we've asked several of our leaders to share some opening thoughts. These were all pre-recorded, so let's all sit back and take a listen and look.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Pamela Combs, Superintendent of the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disability Services. I am so excited to share our 2023 Developmental Disabilities Hall of Fame induction ceremony and our Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards program with you. Our theme this year is Champions for Change, and it's a theme that is near and dear to my heart because it aligns with our board's mission of empowering people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to live productive and rewarding lives based on their goals and choices. Every one of the people we feature in this video are people who are champions for change. They change perceptions and hearts through their service, their support, their energy, and their talents. I'm especially honored to recognize those citizens whose dedicated service helps us achieve our mission. I'm also excited to share that for the first time since the COVID pandemic began, we were finally able to have an in-person awards event. It was so great to see everyone and recognize excellence in our community. In this video, you'll meet our winners and get to see them on stage receiving their awards. These individuals are changing Montgomery County and the Dayton area for the better. Best of all, you can be part of this movement by sharing their stories, by educating yourself about accessibility, and by advocating for inclusion for everyone. So please sit back and relax and enjoy this brief video as we celebrate our Champions for Change.
Hi, I'm Madeline Isley, President of the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities Services. More than 50 years ago, many people, including my parents, came together to build the statewide system that supports people with developmental disabilities. My sister Alice benefited from those services, and they enriched her life and that of our family in many, many ways. Their efforts also transformed the way our state and society view people with developmental disabilities. Today, people with developmental disabilities are able to make choices that allow them to live in a way that suits them best. They're given the freedom to grow and advocate for themselves so they can fulfill their potential, and they're recognized for their contributions to our community as employees, as volunteers, and through their talents. We've come a long way in just one generation. I'm proud of my parents' legacy and of those who lobbied for the rights of people with developmental disabilities. I'm also thankful that we live in a county that supports the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities' vision of creating a community where people with DD are valued and included. There's so much each of us can do to be champions for people with developmental disabilities, small acts that can make life more equitable and inclusive for all. I hope you'll join me in becoming a champion for change by taking the board's Champions Pledge. Just visit our website. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Greg Darling, the manager of the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation, which helps sponsor the Developmental Disabilities Hall of Fame and Erin Ritchey Awards. I am happy to be with you today as we recognize the excellence of people with disabilities in our community and the outstanding people who support them. I want to congratulate all of our award winners, those being inducted into Hall of Fame, as well as those receiving Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards. Your contributions to our community are greatly appreciated. I also want to share a bit about Brighter Tomorrow Foundation. Our foundation was created in 1990 to distribute grants to nonprofit organizations that improve the lives of children and adults with disabilities in Montgomery County. These grants provide programming and education for people with developmental disabilities and support the purchase of much-needed equipment and services. Since that time, we have given well over $1 million to the community for this purpose. We've also been a sponsor of the Developmental Disabilities Hall of Fame and Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards since our founding. We're proud to sponsor an event that is such an important part of the fabric of our community and hope you will share this video with others. We'll see you next year when we celebrate yet another group of award winners.
We would like to congratulate all of the 2023 winners and nominees of the DD Hall of Fame and Erin Ritchey Awards, as well as those who were recognized in 2020, 2021, and 2022 when we weren't able to gather in person. We are thankful for your contributions to our community and applaud you for being champions for positive change.
Thank you, everyone. I'd also like to welcome Ann to the stage, who's interpreting today, who's doing a fantastic job. Every year we receive many worthy nominations for induction into the DD Hall of Fame and Erin Ritchey Awards. Also, major kudos to those who have judged these nominations. It's so challenging to select those who will ultimately receive the awards, and we thank you so much for helping out. Now you can clap for them in person. This is amazing. Recognizing our DD Hall of Fame inductees for 2023, and this year, for the first time, an in-person awards event, which we're thrilled about. We also have a very special treat today. You'll get to hear from all three of our wonderful, hardworking winners and their nominators, thanks to the magic of video. The first, Stephanie Purcell, a Miamisburg High School senior inducted into the Hall of Fame in the category of arts. Let's take a look at her story.
I nominated Stephanie because her mom told me about her involvement in marching band and the arts, and coming from that myself in high school, I knew how much dedication and commitment it takes to be a part of that program. So seeing Stephanie be involved through different videos and photos her mom shared with me, I knew that Stephanie was putting in the hard work and effort it takes to be successful in the program and really paving a way for other people with disabilities to be involved as well.
I learned a lot. I love all my Bay people. When the red time, table, dumpa.
Cymbals, wind chimes, and a drum pad on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she'll listen and she'll get cues off them on when to play also, and knows where the music goes and learns it all herself.
Every time I know you might be doing that.
Mr. Aylward will call her name and say, "Hey Stephanie, you're my favorite student."
Yeah.
Stephanie started band in 6th grade in concert band, and we had never dreamed of her being in marching band or anything like that. But as soon as the Miamisburg band director, Steve Aylward, found out that she had signed up for band, he came to us and said, when Stephanie gets to high school, he goes, I want her in our marching band. And she does it so well, and she's playing the music that's written for her. I mean, and each year that she's been in band, she learns her music faster, and she's independent. Pretty much after band camp, she knew her music.
Hard work, all day band, all day no doubt, all day huwadobano.
Yeah, but she overcomes it all, even when we go to band camp. She breaks it down into time. That's how she gets through it, and she does great with it. And she does it all.
Yep, done it all.
You've proved that you can do what you need to do,
yeah.
Right? It's neat because she gets to be in an activity with typical kids. And so they get to see what she can accomplish, and they all love her.
Stephanie, come on up here and get your award. You can leave your water bottle at the table, okay? But come on up. Now you can applaud for this young lady. Stephanie is someone who shines a light so bright, they pave the way for others to follow. Congratulations, Stephanie, on this well-deserved honor. We wish you all the best as you begin your adult life. Congratulations to you. All right, one more time. Congratulations, young lady. A swag bag. Uh-huh. Our second inductee is Lauren Schooler, inducted into the category of employment. Lauren's story is so amazing, as is her drive to succeed and her work ethic. She has worked for CW Resources, a janitorial contractor, to Right Pat for 6 years. Let's watch Lauren's story.
At CW Resources, I do cleaning, the toilets, the sinks, and the mirrors, and I mop the floors. I work in 2 big old buildings. One building has 15 floors, and the other building has 6 floors that we work in. I'm proud of working at Right Pat, and I'm proud of the work that I do there. And they say I do a good job, because I've never missed, and I'm always on time, and I'm like kind of one of the big helpers. And I take on extra roles and extra jobs that they need help with. I have a lot of friends there. I like the staff there. They rely on us to be there and to make sure that their bathrooms are clean and neat every day. I get an assignment and I take the caddy in there with me and I clean the whole bathroom by myself. When I come home, I don't want to clean, but I have to.
I nominated Lauren because she has taken independence to the next level. Lauren works part-time and has been working part-time for at least 6 years. She has a daughter who she's been raising. She moved out of her grandma's house into an apartment. Next, she decided that she was gonna make sure that she was working at a consecutive amount of hours every week to support her and her daughter. Lauren does not have follow-along services at the base. She works completely without any job support. Lauren has taken the independence to the next notch.
I'm trying to set a good example for my daughter, showing her how to be responsible and respectful to other people, and showing her how much independence matters.
All right, Lauren, please come up, young lady, and accept your award. Yes, you're absolutely right. Not only does Lauren juggle her disability and her work, she's also mother to that beautiful little girl we saw in the video, a perfect example of how to thrive. We're so proud to induct you into the Hall of Fame, Lauren, and congratulate you on this well-deserved honor. Congratulations again, Lauren. Well done. Our last inductee into the DD Hall of Fame has an amazing story of resilience. Stephen Hazard is a true gentleman who's faced some of the most difficult challenges imaginable, yet emerged an incredibly positive, motivated person with a great appreciation for his job, his relationships, and everything he has achieved in life. Let's take a look at his story.
Name's Stephen Hazard. I worked for Myers for 23 years and I love my job, and I don't look at my disability as a disadvantage. I just look at it as a positive. In the past, I had to overcome a lot of obstacles in my life. My fiance says she supports me. She doesn't look at my disability at all. I have a lot of important people around me now, like Mr. Jim Harper, Steve LaRoche, Amanda, Kenny, Tiffany. All those type of people are always going to be there supporting me, what I want to do in life. I wanted to live in my own place, be very independent. I want to be the boss of my life. Prove to myself that I know how to pay bills and stuff like that, and I'm happy. My finances is like, why are you so happy? I paid off all the bills. I don't have to worry about anything else anymore. Everybody has to prove their life. I'm happy when I get up and go to work every day. I'm sad when I don't have to go to work. I just want everybody to go reach their dreams and goals in life. No matter what people tell you you can improve your life. Do never, 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 ever listen to negative stuff, period. I'm so proud of all the goals I set in my life, and I want to accomplish more goals. I want to be able to own a car. I want to be able to one day possibly own my own business one day. I'm not going to let anybody take my goals in life, my dreams away from me. Follow your dreams. You never know where it might lead you to. I feel very happy. I know my parents are looking down. I know they are so proud of me now.
Stephen, will you please come to the stage to receive your award? A true inspiration, Stephen is a strong man, a loyal employee, and a devoted fiance who's accomplished so much. Congratulations, Stephen, on your induction into the Hall of Fame. We wish you all the best. Stephen forgot to mention that he's a snazzy dresser, too. Will look good in that new car he's going to get one day. Thank you, Stephen. Congratulations again. Well, everyone, this wraps up the Hall of Fame inductions for 2023. So happy to celebrate these three amazing champions with you who are so inspiring for all of us today and to share all their stories. Now I'm going to turn the microphone over to my friend Ken Ritchey for the next portion of our awards program. Please, everyone, help me welcome Ken to the stage. And his lovely wife, Nancy.
Well, thank you very much. I'm the Ken, that's the Nancy, in case there's any question about that. Before we begin, as it really is exciting to be in person. There's no way to get around talking into a camera and trying to communicate how you feel. Amen again. Also, I want to begin by thanking the commissioners for their support for the county programs. The board members who are here today, our friends, Steve and Rosie. I also want to thank the board. Without the superintendent's support, Janice and her staff, and the board members, these awards wouldn't be possible. And yet I think it shows the insight and foresight to realize the value of recognizing heroes in our community. And Nancy Wilson, we want to thank you because you've been our MC now for a number of years. So thank you very much. Well, as you heard, for approximately 34 years, we have been honoring and giving the Erin Ritchey Memorial Awards to people throughout the Montgomery County region, because it includes more than just Montgomery County, in memory of our daughter who had a developmental disability. And like some of you in the audience who are parents, we celebrated her milestones, and like all of you, wanted to see her reach her potential. We've missed coming to Dayton for the last 3 years, and we're excited when we saw them being rescheduled in person. That's been a great opportunity here. And we're happy to be able to celebrate some really outstanding people who have done so much that sometimes goes unnoticed. And it can't go unnoticed. It's people like you that make the fabric of Dayton so important, and so important for people with special needs. So we want to recognize champions, and we also want to recognize those who were not winners. We had more nominees than we've almost ever had, to be honest with you. And we'd love to recognize everybody, but we really can't. And it's hard for us because we don't always know everything somebody does. So if you don't put it in a nominations form, we really can't read beyond that and learn information. So we want to encourage you when you nominate somebody to tell us a little bit more about them. That would be helpful. So we salute all the nominees and continue doing what you do. You make such a difference for so many people, and sometimes you don't know the impact on somebody's life you've made, like teachers and people who are direct support professionals who make an impact and don't know what they've really accomplished. So we're very grateful for that. So now we want to recognize the 2023 award winners. As we did, and I love the concept, I've got to tell you now, I hope they do it next year. I know the work it requires from Janice and her staff, but those vignettes where we see the people are just remarkable. We had to give them all a round of applause for the work they did. Okay, the first award is the Achievement Award. And our first winner this year is Jacob Anstadt. Jacob is a young man who has defied the odds to reach his dreams and is driven by his determination to succeed. Here is his story.
I nominated Jacob because I remember that first day when we were at his IEP meeting and he had given his goal of wanting to go to college. The special ed director met with my wife and I afterwards and said, I just want to give you guys a heads up that college is not going to probably be a reality for your child with where he's at. And his drive to get where he is at is why I felt like he was a good candidate for this award.
My name is Jacob Banstedt. I am at Defiance College and I'm a sophomore. I'm loving it. It's not just the academics, but it's also that everyone here, they make it feel like a family. I've been able to manage the whole going through classes and living away from home very well. When I was in high school, my goals were to graduate on time and then get good enough grades for me to be able to go to college. Then my next goal was to be successful in college, which I have been so far. My freshman year, I pretty much got almost nothing but A's. The reason why I have the drive to go to college is because I felt like that was how I'd be the most successful.
Jacob had many challenges. When he first started school, he was not successful in the regular classroom. We were homeschooling him for a little while, so he got a drive in himself to make himself different and get back to the public school system. He said by 4th grade he wanted to be there, so he did. He loves it and has flourished from that. He has the drive to just want to do his best and be a success at college.
One of my goals after college is to get a job. My dream job is to join the behind the scenes stats for ESPN. Don't listen to anyone that says you can't do it. Believe in yourself.
Unfortunately, Jacob could not be here today as he has classes and didn't want to miss them. However, his family is here today to accept the award on his behalf. So would you please come up? Thanks to the magic of video, we got to meet Jacob virtually and learned what a wonderful young man he is and what good support he's had from his family. Congratulations, Jacob, and we want to wish you the very best in your collegiate dreams for now and in the future. Our next award is the Business Award. This year we recognized a truly outstanding employer, Flow Dry Filtration Group, with production facilities in Brookville, Ohio, but also in Hungary and China. Flow Dry began in 1946 in Dayton as the company focused on making gaskets, which are mechanical seals that fill spaces between two surfaces. Today, the company makes gaskets and other die-cut components. Flow-Dry is being honored for its long-standing commitment to employing people with developmental disabilities. Let's take a brief look at their history and story.
So Flow-Dry started working with individuals with disability well before I joined the organization. I don't know what led to that initial interest, but I know that it stopped or paused during COVID, which was a really hard time for a lot of people. I know that we wanted to bring it back because we had such a great experience, and so we knew that we could count on these folks to do great work. Flow-Dry has a mission to make the world safer, healthier, and more productive, and what better way to do it through the inclusion of individuals with disabilities. The individuals that we have working here at Flow-Dry are incredibly reliable. They show up every day, they want to do their best, and they always have a bright smile. I know it makes me smile every day.
Flow-Dry's commitment to our individuals, they're very supportive. They give them the opportunities to run different jobs and to experience what it is to be a typical worker in the workplace. They treat them the same as they would treat all their regular employees.
When a business is deciding whether or not to hire individuals with disabilities for the first time, it's really important to make sure that you understand the benefits and the fact that you always have support. This is an opportunity to be able to have a partnership. They come with a coach, they have support, and you can give that feedback. You can talk about what your expectations are up front, and you can even set targets and goals and deadlines. It's not a burden on the business. It's really just been a joy to work with these people. I've never seen such caring and compassionate individuals, and I think that companies everywhere should consider this as an opportunity to better their business.
Okay, Erica and members of the Flow-Dry team, would you please come to the stage to receive your award? Thank you, Erica, Gloria, and the entire Flow-Dry team for your progressive approach to employment. By recognizing the talents and contributions of people with developmental disabilities, you enhance the workforce and make the world a better place, not to mention Flow-Dry. Congratulations. Okay. Our next award is the Carl Day Volunteer Award. Some of you, I'm sure, remember Carl Day. And Carl Day was a wonderful attribute to the Dayton community for many, many, many years. And when Carl passed away untimely, we named this award in his honor and memory to keep his name alive for the Dayton community. So the Carl Day Volunteer Service Award, we'd like to recognize Andrew Schaefer, the manager of the Guitar Lab at Sinclair Community College's main campus in Dayton. How many of you knew that guitars were constructed right here in the Miami Valley? I certainly didn't. Andrew heads up this production facility, which is located in the basement of Building 8, and has been doing so for a number of years. In addition to managing staff, he has also made it possible for people with developmental disabilities to gain volunteer experience through provider programs. Let's hear this story.
What we do at the Guitar Lab is we produce guitar bodies, necks, and fretboards, and we package those with the electronics and hardware, and we sell them to schools all over the United States. Daniel started volunteering for us maybe 5 years ago.
Daniel's originally part of a group that Capabilities ran through Sinclair and their volunteer program. He was contacted by Daniel's family and asked if he could continue to volunteer.
The thought of not having Daniel in the lab was something I did not like, so I absolutely and positively said yes, please. I think that Daniel deserves to have a place where he can learn and grow, a safe place where he's appreciated by the people that he works with.
Andrew really appreciates Daniel as the whole person that he is, and Daniel loves volunteering, and Andrew has supported him all the way. And Andrew could have easily said, no, we can't do it, it's out of our scope. And not only has he helped him with doing parts that they need put into packages to send out to their customers, he's taught him other skills like how to make an electric guitar, how to etch things on coasters. He's taught him how to use a computer program. He has selflessly given his own time in addition to his regular job responsibilities.
I've been told that we have given him a great opportunity, but ultimately I think we are the true winners. Seeing the absolute joy that Daniel brings to the lab, the enthusiasm that he has in learning new things, he has truly become a member of our Guitar Lab team.
Andrew, would you please come to the podium to receive your award? While you're walking up here, I don't think this is not the first time that Sinclair has won an award through the people that they've hired and have done things to help this community. Andrew, it's clear that you understand the value that people with developmental disabilities offer to our community. Thank you for providing these opportunities and for supporting their passions and endeavors. We are grateful. I only want to know, did Jimi Hendrix play one of your guitars? I don't think you heard that one. That's a thing for us older people, I know. Oh, okay. Come on up here, Daniel. Congratulations. The next award is the 2023 Community Award. And this year we are recognizing Jane Close, the Community Engagement Manager for the Dayton Metro Library. All right. For nearly 10 years, Jane has planned, directed, and carried out community engagement strategies to support the library's facilities upgrading process. These efforts led to the construction of not only the main library, but the organization's operations center and 16 new or renovated branches. She also led the bond issue campaign that raised the funds for these efforts, which is, if you've ever run a bond campaign, it's a lot of work. While these efforts are truly impressive, we are recognizing Jane today for her dedication to promoting accessibility and inclusion for all library patrons and citizens. Let's take a look.
There was library going in around my house, and so I reached out to the library. Jane got back with me. I came in and talked to her about installing a universal changing table. Right away she said yes. She talked to her architect, and it was in the plans. And it was at that time that I realized Jane was a mover and a shaker, and she doesn't say there's a problem or a challenge, she finds the solutions.
When I was approached with the opportunity to install the tables, my answer was yes, and we need to make this happen. People with disabilities are part of the community. We want to be able to engage with them and they with us, and the library is about accessibility for all. So what a important thing to do to put those beliefs into action by having the tables so more people can visit our libraries. Collaboration is a personal core value and it's a core value of the library. I know through my career that addressing the hard challenges and making new things happen is so much easier when you're working together.
Jane's commitment to community and her willingness to partner with the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities has resulted in significant improvements to accessibility and inclusion for people with developmental disabilities. Each time she was approached with an idea, whether it be training for library staff, to booking exhibitions in library spaces, or collaborating on grants to acquire inclusive materials, she has always championed the effort. She lives the library's mission and makes a difference every single day.
Jane, you have been such a wonderful partner to the board and a true advocate for equality and inclusion in our community. It's a privilege to recognize you for your efforts on behalf of the library. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, the next award category is the Direct Support Professional Award. And this year, we're actually recognizing a number of people for their extraordinary work. So our next champion puts the awe in awesome. Zonte Richardson is a shared living provider who goes above and beyond in everything she undertakes. A former county board habilitation specialist, Zonte lost her job when county boards across the state closed their adult programs. But Zonte didn't let this loss slow her down. She took stock of her dreams and launched an upcycled clothing business. Then she wrote a book about her journey. All the while, she maintained connections with people in the DD world and ultimately decided to come back to this world and start her own provider agency, On the Horizon LLC. Along the way, she has also learned that one of the people she used to serve through the county board was facing a crisis, and she stepped in to help her. This act led her to a relationship that is not only a wonderful example of what shared living can be, but one that has redefined what most people think is possible. Let's hear her story.
I nominated Zonte because she has just done a phenomenal job as Carol's shared living provider. She had been a drop-in residential provider when Carol lived with her sister. She's just really seen things that other people couldn't see and made things happen that other people wouldn't have been able to make happen. She had the imagination and has the imagination and the courage and the determination and to make Carol's biggest dreams come true. And when you see them together, you can just tell that they really click and they energize each other and they just do a fantastic job with living their best lives together.
So I am Carol's caregiver.
Yes.
And
BFF.
BFF. So Carol was on my caseload. So I believe that was in 2010. Carol, all that she talked about was Johnny Depp. Wanting to meet Johnny Depp, everything related to Johnny Depp, games, toys, pictures, artwork. She was in a lot of art shows, and a lot of her artwork related to Johnny Depp was in those art shows. I'm like, I want to make sure Carol gets to meet Johnny Depp. Years passed, and Carol still had this dream of going to see Johnny Depp. I said, Carol, instead of buying things and, trying to just collect things, let's make memories. And so we decided to go to Disney World that year. So last year we went to Disney World.
Yeah.
That was Carol's first time flying.
They didn't conquer my fear of heights.
And on the way back from Disney World, I said, Carol, what's next? And Carol said, what?
Austria.
At that time, Carol said she wanted to go see Johnny Depp. So
I get them see and meet a man of my dreams. That I did. very nice, and very handsome. He's a lot more handsome in person than he is in his pictures. Becoming an angel. She kissed both my hands and my cheeks. Dad, and I did not want to wash my face for a week.
I am now a super fan because...
Yeah, thanks to me.
Thanks to Carol. I probably was more excited than Carol was after we left from seeing him. I'm like, for Carol to have this lifelong dream and to see it actually happen was awe-inspiring. That she never gave up. She had one goal in mind, no matter how many no's. She's waited her whole life, and at 74, we're accelerating all of her ventures.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much for helping me.
You're welcome.
Zante, would you please come up here? Zante, your partnership with Carol and your dedication to helping her realize her dreams is nothing short of inspiring. Thank you for being a shining example of what a direct support professional and a shared living provider can be. Now the question is, who are you going to introduce her to next? Johnny Depp is pretty impressive, I thought. Congratulations, Zante. Our second direct support professional champion is Gloria Worthy. Gloria works in the employment space and has successfully placed more than 100 people with developmental disabilities in community employment. If you think about it, that's an enormous number of people to have gotten jobs for. And then she supported them during their journey to success. What an achievement. Melissa Engel, her nominator, speaks highly of Gloria and describes the impact she has had on those she works with as life-changing. But if you've had a chance to talk to Gloria, it becomes quickly evident that she considers the people she works with the best teachers of all, and she learns from them. Let's now take a look at her story.
I started working Montgomery County Board of DDS in 2005. Then in 2006 is when we landed the enclave here at Flow Dry. My employer, when they would bring people in as new hires, I had the patience to train them on different jobs. And she said, you are so very patient that they thought that this would be a good field for me. So I went out and I applied for the position, and this is where I am today. I work with 4 individuals that have disabilities. They do the same exact jobs as any other typical employee here does and are hitting the same quotas as their typical average workers here that's employed through Flow Dry.
You know, Gloria is very modest, and Gloria will tell you, I'm just doing my job. She's dedicated, but wow, that seems like such a weak word. She has an incredible work ethic. She cares so deeply. She sets a high expectation for individuals. Gloria has truly instilled that sense of self-confidence, increased self-esteem, and seeing their potential, showing them what their potential is, and then helping them reach that potential.
I say since 2005, and I'm still here. I mean, I really enjoy my job. I love what I do. And I love helping the individuals reach their goals and get to the points where they want to be in life. They also do something for me as well. I feel good at the end of my work day and that I made a difference in someone's life.
Gloria, come on up. Gloria, your impact on people you work with is a positive and far-reaching experience for everybody. And the DD community is truly fortunate to have people like you advocating and supporting people in their employment journey. We appreciate and thank you for what you do. And I have to add on a personal note, both Nancy and I, during our parts of our career, did job placement for kids in public schools. So we know how difficult and challenging it is. Congratulations, Gloria. Okay. Okay, our third winner is Randy Clark II. Randy works as a residential provider for Choices in Community Living and was nominated by not just one, but 5 of the people he works with. That's pretty impressive. That right there speaks volumes for the kind of person he is and what he's done to help others. But Randy doesn't just see his job as one of caregiver to people with disabilities. His goal is to help them enjoy the healthiest and happiest life possible and to support their pursuit of their goals and dreams. When you speak with him, it is clear he enjoys spending time with his clients and considers them phenomenal people, part of his family. Randy has also played a significant role in helping educate people about what direct support profession really is. And he's participated in media interviews and videos designed to recruit people. Let's hear his story.
One of the things that we look for in a DSP is the concern about others, the heart. But Randy is one of those individuals that demonstrates that in all that he does. His commitment to the clients, learning about the clients, learning what makes them tick, their aspirations, their wants. He works closely with them in terms of helping them achieve those, always being so very supportive and encouraging. He is committed to the people that we serve, and he wants to make sure that he enriches their lives to the best of his abilities.
I've always enjoyed helping people. This was an avenue and opportunity for me to be able to do so. Once I started it, I love the individuals I worked with. They became part of my family, pretty much.
He's the sweetest person I ever know, and he loves to take me to the park where I was, talk about my feelings, my emotional thoughts, and I really do love him.
Well, he did help me reach my goals to be a presenter. He supported me with my academic goals.
One of the things I like about him is he's so understanding. He's a total goofball sometimes, and I like it. He deserves this award.
He is caring, he is funny, and he is very supportive in the decisions that we make.
As a DSP, you are immersed in a community and are able to get perspectives that you may not be able to get otherwise, and able to help people that aren't always given the help allotted to others, and just being able to support them as they grow as people, as individuals, and being able to walk alongside them as they go along their journey and to cheer them on.
Yeah, I don't have to say it, but come on up here, Randy, or should I say goofball? Thank you, Randy, for your dedication to people with disabilities and for showing others what excellence in direct support professionalism looks like. We are grateful for your work and your example. Our next award is the Educator Award. This year we recognize Laura Heights, an intervention specialist and teacher with the Kettering Fairmont High School. Laura has worked with students with disabilities for more than 25 years and has been instrumental in not only helping them identify their skills and talents, but also in helping them build work experience and confidence in themselves. It has been said that good teachers can never tell whether influence stops. Laura's efforts certainly impact the lives of all of her students, both now and in the future. Let's hear Laura's story.
I'm an intervention specialist here in Kettering at Fairmont High School, and this is our transition house. We work with students 18 to 22 who have disabilities and who are interested in continuing their education after school, just trying to figure out life skills and how to move on. I volunteered at school for Special Olympics basketball in the winter, and it was my senior year, and I fell in love with working with all the adults, and I thought, oh, maybe being a teacher might be a good thing.
She doesn't give up on anybody. She still loves what she does every day. Recognizing the need for getting that transition house together, for students to learn how to do laundry, for students to learn how to cook, for students, hey, how am I going to catch the RTA today to volunteer at this particular work site?
So we go to Kettering Hospital and work in about 10 different departments. We've got about 12 kids that go down. We go to Four Paws in Xenia, and they work with animals. And on Monday and Wednesdays, we do crayons for classrooms, we do shoes for the shoeless, and the kids get a volunteer experience working as a team and doing specific jobs and following directions. It takes a village, so I'm honored to get this award. We all work as a team, and it's all the staff, and I couldn't have done it. I can't do it without them. And our main goal here in transition is just to make sure that they've got a place in society once they leave us, and they maybe getting a job, maybe working with an agency, or have a day hab that they can get out and do something in the community and not just stay at home. Most of our students will say, we want to get a job, we want to earn some money so we can get things, buy things, and they also want to move out on their own someday. And so getting a job is a start, just pushing them a little bit further to reach their potential.
Okay, Laura, come on up. I think what she does, a lot of our regular kids could benefit from too. Congratulations, Laura, and thank you for championing educational and vocational opportunities for people with developmental disabilities. Your work makes a difference in countless lives. Thank you. All right. This next award was named Erin's Award, and this year's winner is Reginald Johnson. The purpose of these awards is to recognize the efforts of parents and family members of people with developmental disabilities. Our first Erin's Award recipient is Reginald Johnson. Reggie is a parent of a young man with a disability and a retired art teacher with the Dayton Public Schools. In addition to influencing the lives of countless young people throughout his career, he also had a significant and positive impact on the life of his son, Dion, and his son's housemates. He and his wife, Linda, worked very hard to make sure these gentlemen had the best life possible. Let's take a peek into his life.
Hello, my name is Reginald Johnson. Most people call me Reggie, and I'm involved with the Disabilities program because my son is disabled, and I love him to death.
Brandy Penrod, Reggie's nominator, says that Reggie is not only a parent to his son, but a friend, a mentor, and advocate to his son's two housemates. She says he is kind, a good listener, and a consistent part of these gentlemen's lives.
Dion lives in a group home, and he has two other individuals that live in that group home with him. I'm able to go there, and I've become very familiar with the other residents there, and I've grown to love them. And I want to make sure that they, including Dion, have the best care available.
Brandy says the gentlemen accompany Reggie and his wife, Linda, to church every Sunday and then to lunch.
When they go, they sing with their hearts, they pray, they listen intently to the preaching, and so they're part of the church. This brings us great joy.
Brandy says Reggie also encourages the gentlemen to socialize outside of the home together. He never leaves anyone out and is always a voice for all the gentlemen in the home.
I want them to have the opportunities to participate in all the activities that are presented by the board. This is my wife, Linda, and Linda's the love of my life, and Linda helps provide that support for me with the guys.
It is very important to me that they have a great quality of life, because I want them to have the best of everything and enjoy, what they're doing.
Brandy says the positive effect Reggie has on these men is incredible. Not only do they look forward to the time they get to spend with him and Linda, all the housemates trust and enjoy talking to Reggie. He is a role model to them.
They're no different than anybody else. They sometimes just need a helping hand like most people. They are just wonderful people.
Reggie, would you and your family please come on up? Reggie, you and your wife's devotion to not only your son but his friends is something that many people can learn from. Thank you for being a beacon of love and care for those with developmental disabilities. We are honored, and I mean that, to recognize you and your wife and your son. Okay, this year, for the first time, we chose to actually name a second winner of this award. We had some great nominees, and we just couldn't go down to one, so we said we're going to do it twice. So we're pleased to also honor Shayna Anderson, who is the mother of 4, including a child with a disability. When she received the diagnosis of Down syndrome for her son prior to his birth, she initially felt the emotions of fear, concern, and loss. But she quickly came to see the disability as a beautiful thing and something to be celebrated, and went on to accomplish something quite extraordinarily. We're eager for you to hear her story at this time.
I am Shayna Anderson, and I am the founder of Reeves Teas, and better known as Reeves' mom. My husband and I received a prenatal diagnosis for Reeve, and we found out that our baby definitively had Down syndrome. One of the genetic counselors, she happened to have a daughter with Down syndrome, and she said, "Why don't you come to a mom's night out with me?" And we have these once a month, and it's all the Down syndrome moms in the area, we get together. And I thought I was gonna go in there and just everyone would be sad and everyone would be just commiserating about their children. I walked in there and it was the funnest group of moms I've ever been with. They were so proud, they were so amazing, they were laughing, they were funny, they were telling stories, and it's enriched their lives. That night I realized there is just this whole misperception about Down syndrome out there. In my mind I was like, man, there is such an opportunity to rebrand Down syndrome for the world. Instead of saying I have a baby with Down syndrome and then nobody knows how to respond to that, I started calling my baby my homie with an extra chromie. Homies with extra chromie is a brand underneath our company name. Our company is Reeves Teas, and our tagline is Get Comfortable with Difference.
I nominated Shayna because I just felt like the impact that she's made with creating Reeves Teas and Homies with Extra Chromies, it's actually not just for creating awareness for individuals with Down syndrome, it's creating awareness in the special needs community at large. She is just very deserving because I think somebody who's out there creating awareness for individuals with differences, but also employing individuals with differences, she's the whole package.
If there was work that could be done by people with the disability we were talking about, Down syndrome, they needed to be part of this process too, because it would be a missed touch point to just sell awareness merchandise, but not make people aware that these people are employable and they have skills and they are proud of the work that they do, and they do good work and they do great work. The purpose is to break barriers between people and help others get comfortable with difference, no matter what those differences may be. Reeve thinks it's funny. He's almost 10 now. At first, obviously, he had no idea what was going on, and sometimes I'd take his picture and he would get sick of smiling. But now when he sees his name on the shirt and he recognizes his name on the shirt, and he's very proud. And I think he's a little confused sometimes when there's people we don't know wearing a shirt with his name on it, but he definitely thinks it's cool. But I know for a fact that he has a contribution to make in his future, and if it's not in the t-shirt business named after him, it'll be somewhere.
Shayna, come on up. She could have been an Employer of the Year too, could you not? Shauna, thank you for challenging perceptions of people with disabilities and for promoting acceptance of differences. We are inspired by your work. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, our last award is a Spirit Award, and this year's winner is Jody Stratton. Unfortunately, Jody could not be here today. She retired from the Montgomery County Board of DD in July and is enjoying her first post-retirement vacation. I hope you're going somewhere really nice, which coincided with this year's event. We're so sorry she couldn't be here in person, but we're eager to share her story and the impact she made as a service and support administrator, which many of you would call a caseworker. Let's watch her story.
When I first started, I was only 21, so I had no plan of what I really wanted to do until I started working with these individuals, and I liked it right off the bat. I knew that this was the job for me. It just gave me a good feeling when I left work, a feeling of, like I'm making a difference.
I was her supervisor for the past 8 years, and so during this 31-year journey, she has done some incredible, remarkable work. And she has really impressed me. She's been steady and at times just downright remarkable, just an incredible work ethic.
I was very surprised and also felt very honored, not just to, not just be nominated, but to win was, just a big honor. In the beginning, I feel like I had good leaders that got me to the point where I felt like I could be a leader myself. Was trained by some of the best SSAs and supervisor, and in the end, my supervisor trusted me to train another SSA. I appreciate that Jim recognized me as a leader.
I think Jody's story overall is really an example of leadership to people that might want to consider this field, because people can look at Jody's story and see, wow, she found a position she really excelled at and made a change for a lot of people in their lives.
With my SSA team and my supervisor, who led me for many years, is what gave me the ability to become a leader myself and be recognized as one. It's a very big honor.
Now, as I said, Jody couldn't be here, but her supervisor, Jim McCormick, is here. So, Jim, would you please come up? He is in attendance, and he will accept the award on her behalf. Now, if the commissioners and the board would not mind, Nancy and I would be happy to personally, at your expense, fly to her directly. Otherwise, we'll give it to Jim. We appreciate you, Jim, for recognizing Jody's excellence and for her commitment to serving people with disabilities. Your career and her career is a wonderful example of how individuals can improve the quality of life for the people in our community. Thank you again, Jody and Jim. Well, that wraps up the 2023 awards program. We greatly appreciate your attendance, and we appreciate the fact you've recognized so many unique people. You know, when you get the applications and read this, it's remarkable what's happening in this community, and it is great we have a vehicle to share what's happening with other people. At this time, I'd like to turn the podium over to Dr. Pamela Combs, the Superintendent of the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disability Services, who has a few words to say.
This will be super brief, and I'm going to try not to cry. This was very moving in just such a wonderful way. I teared up several times. Just thank you all for being here. As I prepared just to think about what to say for a minute or two, for some reason made me think of high school. Went to Lakewood High School in Licking County. And our senior year, we had to think about a career. Have you all done that before? Had that career time? Well, none of my answers were appropriate as I was picking out a career path, and I kept kind of getting called back in to help kind of finalize the direction I would go. And I found the poem I wrote. I'll read the last line. Hope and struggle, and your dreams may come true. Never be satisfied, for dreamers are few. And as I spoke to my career counselor, I said, I don't know, I just want to make the world better. Just want to change the world. And he said, that's not on the form. And I thought, I wish he was here today to see all of you. I have cold chills right now. Never in my senior year of high school could I ever have imagined being in a room of world changers. Just how phenomenal and remarkable. If you want to see how the world becomes better, how community integration happens, how we change the system, how we make things brighter, look around. This is how it happens. All different walks of life, all different roles and professions and talents, challenges, abilities, disabilities, opportunities. This is how it happens, by us all coming together and being champions for change. Thank you again for being here. Thank you all for being so awesome. It is incredible. Thank you.
This program is a production of the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities Services, with support from the Brighter Tomorrow Foundation.